My father didn't even look at me when he said it. He just leaned back in his chair, hands behind his head, and laughed. Vacation, he repeated, loud enough for the entire table to hear. It's only for family. Without you. Then he laughed harder. And the others followed, my mom, my sister, even my aunt visiting for dinner. Their laughter felt like a slap, sharp and echoing in the brightly lit dining room. I swallowed, throat burning. I stared right at my father, waiting for it to be a joke, some twisted teasing he'd undo in a second. But he only smirked, eyes cold. And in that moment, something inside me cracked. I nodded slowly, stood up, and walked out of the room without another word. 5 days later, my mom tried to withdraw $5,000 from my account, an account only I deposited into, but one they'd somehow treated like a communal family wallet. She had no idea I already blocked the card. I watched the decline alert pop up on my phone. Then I sent her a single message, "Pay without me." And just like that, the panic began. The night of the family meeting had already felt wrong. The air in the dining room was heavy, like the oxygen itself was waiting for something to break. My dad sat at the head of the table, arms crossed, shoulders stiff, like a king holding court. My mom kept glancing at him before speaking, her eyes darting nervously. The overhead light hummed. My sister tapped her manicured nails against her phone. My aunt whispered something under her breath but smirked whenever she looked at me. I remember thinking, why do I feel like prey? There was this strange, buzzing tension, like everyone else in the room knew something I didn't. Their glances were too coordinated. Their smiles too forced. And when my mom set the stack of travel brochures in front of them, I felt it in my gut, whatever this family meeting was, it didn't include me. My mom announced the tropical vacation like she was unveiling a lottery win. 7 days, all-inclusive, she cheered. We leave next month. I blinked. Oh, I said, trying to sound excited. I can finally take time off. I've been wanting a break too. The room fell silent. Dead silent. My sister snorted first. Then my father threw his head back, laughing as if I'd told the funniest joke he'd heard all year. That's cute, he said. You think you're coming. The words hit like a punch. We already agreed, my sister added, crossing her legs. You're staying home. Someone has to watch the house. My aunt chimed in, and handle the bills while they're gone. My mom nodded almost apologetically. Well, since you're the responsible one, this just made sense. I stared at them. Responsible meant, the worker. The payer. The doormat. I felt my face grow hot. My heart thudded painfully. So let me get this straight, I said. You want me to pay the bills, while you all go on vacation? My father waved his hand dismissively. Don't be dramatic. You know we need your help. This family wouldn't function without your contributions. My sister smirked. My aunt raised her eyebrows like she expected me to agree. But something in me snapped awake. I pushed my chair back slowly. For once, no shaking voice. No stuttering. Just a calm that scared even me. I'm not paying for anything, I said quietly. The air froze. My father's smile dropped. My mother blinked rapidly. My sister scoffed but her knee bounced nervously. What did you just say? My father demanded. I said I'm not paying. Not this time. Not ever again. Silence. A thick, electric silence that wrapped around all of us. You're being ungrateful, my mom whispered. No, I said. I'm being done. I stood, grabbed my phone, and walked away as my father's voice rose behind me, but I didn't look back. That was the last moment the old version of me existed. For years, I'd been the family's safety net. Ever since I got my first real job, every crisis somehow became my responsibility. My sister's car payment. Covered. My mom's shopping splurges she'd hide from my dad. Paid off with my card. My aunt's temporary loan. Never returned. And my dad. He'd taken money like it was owed to him, because I owed him for raising me. I worked overtime while they spent freely. I saved while they accumulated debt. I skipped outings, trips, opportunities, just to help them stay afloat. I kept telling myself it was normal. That families supported each other. That someday they'd appreciate me. But appreciation never came. Just more demands. More expectations. More guilt. And that night, that dinner, that cruel laughter. It finally broke the spell. The morning after the meeting, I started cutting the cords one by one. First, I changed the login details to the joint account they never contributed to. Then I blocked the debit card my mom always used. I removed myself from autopay on the electric, water, and internet bills I had been single-handedly paying. I canceled the subscription services my sister freeloaded on. Stopped sending money for emergencies. Silenced the group chat. Within 48 hours, the family financial machine collapsed. The messages started light: "Hey sweetie, your card isn't working. Is the account glitching? Can you send me $200? It's urgent." I didn't reply. Then the guilt-tripping escalated: "We need the money. Stop acting childish. You're abandoning us." I let my phone vibrate until it went silent. I didn't text. Didn't call. Didn't explain. For the first time, I let silence do the talking. And it was loud. At first, the quiet felt strange, like I'd stepped into a world where gravity shifted. Then it became peaceful. Then powerful. Every day without contact, I felt my strength sharpening. Every hour without demands, I felt my lungs expand. The more I stayed silent, the more they unraveled. By day 3, the panic had turned messy. My sister spammed me with 23 messages in a row: "The Wi-Fi is OFF. Did you not pay it? Are you serious right now?" My mom called crying, actual sobbing, because her card declined for a $5,000 withdrawal she was attempting for vacation shopping. My father sent one message: "Fix this. Now." He was losing control, and he knew it. By day 5, the power dynamic flipped completely. The bills came due. The house maintenance stopped. The financial comfort they relied on evaporated. Arguments erupted. I could hear them through the walls when I came home late and stayed silent, heading straight to my room. My sister blamed my mom. My mom blamed my dad. My dad blamed me. Their entire system was cracking. Then something unexpected happened. My younger cousin Lily, my aunt's daughter, who'd always been quiet and unnoticed at family events, reached out. She sent me a simple text: "I heard what happened. I think you were right to set boundaries." It startled me. No one in this family ever said I was right about anything. Over the next few days, Lily asked questions, then advice, then confessed that she'd been working 2 part-time jobs because her own mother wouldn't help her. She was the only one trying to grow. Trying to be independent. Trying to break out. Talking to her felt like breathing clean air for the first time in years. And for the first time, I realized, maybe I wasn't alone. The true meltdown began when my sister posted a dramatic story online: "Some people forget who their real family is. Pray for us during this difficult time." Then a vague GoFundMe popped up for family emergency needs. My aunt wrote a rant on Facebook about ungrateful children who think money excuses disrespect. Comments poured in, neighbors gossiping, relatives messaging me privately asking what happened. My father? He threatened to sell the house if I didn't start paying again. But here's the truth: they had never been financially stable without me. And they had never prepared to be. Now the world was watching their collapse, and they hated it. Just when it seemed like everything couldn't get messier, my father received a letter. A court notice. Turns out he'd defaulted on a debt he'd been hiding for years, using my contributions to keep it quiet. Without my money, it resurfaced fast. The bank was coming for assets. His credit plummeted. Their vacation was cancelled. Their accounts were frozen. My mom blamed him so loudly the neighbors heard. My sister threatened to move out, but had no income to do so. It was poetic, in a dark way. Karma writing itself without my involvement. I was watching the downfall of a dynasty built on my wallet. The apologies began on a rainy Wednesday evening. My mom knocked on my door first. Her voice was small. Fragile. We didn't realize how much you did. My father followed, eyes down, hands shaking. We were wrong, he muttered. Okay. Is that what you want to hear? My sister stood behind them silently, mascara smudged from crying. They finally admitted it. Years of using me. Years of minimizing me. Years of taking and taking and taking. Now stripped of their pride, they were terrified. But something had shifted inside me. I didn't feel triumphant. Just, calm. Finally calm. While they spiraled, I transformed quietly. I picked up extra hours at work, for myself, not for them. I started therapy. I cooked for myself, cleaned my own space, slept without stress gnawing at my chest. I applied for a promotion. Joined a gym. Paid off my own debt. Saved money just for me. I wasn't the exhausted provider anymore. I was someone who had reclaimed their life. And Lily, my cousin, kept up with her own growth too. She started her own savings account. Looked into scholarships. Stood up to her mother for the first time. We were rising quietly, side by side. One evening, I texted Lily, dinner Friday? My treat. She agreed instantly. Then, surprising myself, I messaged the family group chat, if you want to join us, you can. 7 p.m. No arguments, no guilt. Just a meal. They responded cautiously. My father simply said, we'll be there. My mother sent a heart. My sister typed, then deleted her messages multiple times before finally replying, okay. Not because they expected me to fix everything, but because they were scared to lose the last thread connecting us. The restaurant was softly lit, warm, almost intimate. I arrived early with Lily. She smiled at me nervously. Are you sure? She whispered. Yeah, I said. I'm not here to fix them. Just to state my boundaries. My family arrived one by one, awkward, quiet, humbled. We ordered dinner. The table was stiff with tension. Finally, I spoke. I'm not angry anymore, I began. But I'm never going back to how things were. My father nodded slowly. My mother wiped her eyes. My sister stared at her hands. You don't get access to my money. You don't get to guilt me. You don't get to demand things from me. I took a breath. But I'm open to rebuilding relationships, actual relationships. Not transactions. The silence that followed wasn't hostile. It was, honest. My sister whispered, I'm sorry. My mom squeezed my hand. My father cleared his throat, eyes glistening. And for once, nobody argued. Nobody mocked. Nobody demanded. It felt like the first real family moment we'd ever had. We left the restaurant together, not fixed, not perfect, but different. Balanced. I walked home lighter. They understood the new rules. They accepted them. And I felt something I hadn't felt in years, hope. Not for them, for me. For the future I was building. For the peace I'd earned. For the person I'd become. And as I walked into the quiet night, I realized, silence wasn't revenge, it was freedom.